Here we are again. I see the only person that wore a onesie today.
Nah, I got my hoodie on.
That's not a onesie, that's a
on
hoodie.
everybody. Minor League Films. We back at it. Got a trailer reaction for you like we said we would. Scotty, what we got today?
We got the Echo from Marvel trailer. The character that nobody cared about.
You always hate, man.
I'm not hating. This is facts.
This thing, like so I tell Scotty, man. It doesn't
There you
matter
go.
what the
I'll
book
be right
says.
back.
It doesn't matter what's written. All you gotta do is you write something that's good, add a character to it. You're good to go from there.
That has nothing to do with what I said. I just said nobody cares about. That's all I said.
But let's talk about it, man. We're back. The Echo trailer dropped on what was it, Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard it's getting the people excited out there. Now we know Marvel with shows, they've had their struggles a little bit. Some shows I've liked, some shows I felt like had potential but didn't end well. But we'll talk a little bit about that as we get into it. But Echo, man, I thought the character in was it Hawkeye? The Hawkeye series was all right. It was kind of cool.
She's a deaf person that can fight. I mean, hey, that makes you excited.
Hey man, they talk about Marvel representation, man. They got her represented all the way through. She's a girl. She's deaf. She's handicapped.
We didn't have a deaf person in Marvel yet.
Yeah, man. She got all three of those, man.
I'm pretty sure Makari. Hold on, I'm pretty sure Makari from the Eternals was deaf and a woman.
Okay, well, was she handicapped?
Yes.
Well, we won up there, so you got a missing leg and all that. So definitely want to hop into this trailer. Heard it's a banger. That's what the people say. Let's get people excited. So
who is the people?
The people, man. So let's go ahead. We'll react to that trailer, and then we'll jump into our reaction or review, whatever you want to call it.
It better be good too. Oh, hold on now.
Maya.
How he know how to say that?
I always have.
Damn.
A little violent. He tired already?
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. I just killed somebody.
Get the hell out of here.
You have so much pain in you. You. So much rage. That you can't contain it.
Yes, Daredevil.
Yeah.
You and I are the same. So, who's the monster?
Kind of violent.
No, Scotty.
Yes.
Now that's a trailer right there, man. That's a trailer.
No,
my reaction to that, the first thing it made me think of when you catch that opening, did it not remind you of that first Black trailer? I mean, Black Panther trailer.
Black.
I don't know what the Black trailer is. I haven't seen that show yet from Marvel. Coming soon though. But Black Panther just with the sound effects. That kind of sound. If you remember it.
No.
You don't remember it? Hey, go
find it. I remember it, but I don't remember it being like that.
Yeah, they had that little roar in the background, that little echoing roar that would go through the trailer. It made me think of that initially, but
nope.
Yeah, good. I'll go find and play. If I had my laptop, y'all, I'd play it for you. Scotty ain't gonna do
Well,
it.
it's like we don't got it.
He's just gonna play the fool. But anyway, so yeah, it reminds me of that initially. But yeah, man, the violence here. I think this is no, I'm pretty sure this is Marvel's first MA-rated show that they're bringing to Disney Plus. I know the Netflix stuff is on there, but I don't even really count that as Marvel
Of
because
course
it's
you
so
don't.
far. It's so far removed where they can't even say the Hulk that it's like it's not even Marvel, man.
But they
Was
can now, and
well.
Daredevil's still a part of it.
Well, now that they brought him over and took over, but in the old shows they couldn't. They'd be like, "Oh, the green guy." It's like, you know his name. He's famous. So,
Well, in their defense, they do that a lot in the books too. They do that just because that green guy. Yeah,
yeah, it
because not
just
everybody knows who what his actual name is.
yeah, but it seemed like two separate worlds, and now we're in a time where they're in the same world. So what it seems, but yeah, man, this has me pretty excited, and I know
Oh man.
we talked about the list of Marvel shows. I mean, I've thought at a point they've all been either very entertaining or pretty damn good. And the endings have been pretty damn bad or like very mediocre-ish. So I think the only one that I really thought was solid all the way through was probably Captain America. All the other ones I think kind of either fell off at the end, but for all the complaining people do, I think also Loki too. Loki had a pretty good ending. All the way through, I think all these shows have shown potential. They just haven't closed out well, and this one has me excited, man. This character, and I'll let you break her down, but this gives me that like cool. I guess I don't want to say spy, but like action hero-ish vibe. Because I don't know her talk about as the show goes.
You
I
remember
don't
her
really
from the
know her.
Hawkeye, right?
Huh?
Remember her from Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, no, I do. But I'm talking about this show overall, like what it would feel like
Well,
if it was like a
she is
movie.
not a hero.
Well, she's not a hero, but that kind of, I mean, hell, all these people don't be heroes all the time. When you get to these action hero stuff, they be doing villainous stuff, and they're like, oh, I guess I'll do something positive. And I don't think they'll end her as a villain. I think she's going to be somewhat of either anti-hero type character.
Well, as a backstory, which looks like it looks like they're going to go through the backstory the same way they did in the books. Her name is Maya. Like the scenes you saw,
Yeah.
basically her father was working for Wilson Fisk, and they were actually pretty good friends, I think. And he just wasn't useful anymore to Wilson anymore, like the Kingpin, and the Kingpin killed him. And she didn't know what happened to her father, so the Kingpin raised her as an assassin. And she learned she can actually fight better than Daredevil at one point. And she has like enhanced reflexes. She even as a kid, she could read lips so well that she'd need to speak anyway. Um, and she has like enhanced senses, all that kind of stuff. She ends up getting powers way down the road and whatnot. But eventually, what this show is probably going to be, which is why Daredevil was in it, is because this is just the beginning of her backstory, basically, where she thinks Daredevil killed her father because Kingpin is in her ear saying, "Yeah, that's the guy that killed her father," because he wants to get back at Daredevil, and that's
Now,
probably why he's in the show.
I'm trying to remember, was that reveal? I want to say in the Hawkeye series, I thought she had found out that Kingpin tried to kill her or had her dad killed or something like that. Because remember, she shot him at the end of that series.
Yeah, and
So
she shot him, but I can't remember because I haven't seen the show in so long. But she
yeah,
did. That's where along with the book too, because I mean she shot him fatally in the book when she found out, hey, that's you're the person that actually killed my father, and
yeah,
that's when she starts going down the hero road, and then she becomes a huge hero. Like as of recently, she's like a huge hero. She even got the power of the Phoenix for a long time. Like that was her main power. That they had a tournament to decide who would get the Phoenix power on Earth, and she won the tournament. And the
okay,
Phoenix chose her out of everybody that she was a new host of Phoenix. So she became, for me, this is only me personally, she became more likable as the series went on. At first, I didn't care for her at all. Like for years, I was like, oh, this is just another Batman type character that, oh, my parents are dead. Well, it's time for me to brood in the corner or brood over here. I'm going to brood here, and then I'm going to, beat somebody's ass, and I'm going to take a shower and brood at it. People like Batman get on my nerves in comic books because they like 90% brood, 10%
yeah,
do whatever else. So she started to get on me like actually like as a character. like maybe 2 years ago, where she actually started to like show a lot more personality than just I'm upset. So
Yeah,
in the show, I think they're gonna really quickly, I think in this season, act like the first couple episodes they're showing her as an assassin. Because they're not going to show it just straight up after the last season. They're going. I can already tell they're
go
showing.
back a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're showing a little bit more backstory. So they're going to, after they finish the first couple episodes, they're probably going to show her like, man, I was wrong all this time. How do I transition from being a cold-blooded assassin to being more heroic and taking down people like Wilson Fisk? And then Daredevil was in there, so I'm sure he'll help because she knows
Yeah,
who he is.
yeah, I'm thinking anti-hero vibe here. We'll probably start earlier with her doing some some criminal stuff or killing some people, and then we'll roll into there. But when I
Yeah.
say action hero, it's just the vibe of this character. It seems like they're really gonna go pour into here to making this a badass character that we're gonna want to see interact at higher levels of Marvel when we get there. I mean, obviously, you said it. That I was gonna ask, what's her power level, and you're like, well, she eventually can fight better than Daredevil. Obviously, she has enhanced senses, and I want to see that. And it's cool to see a non-overpowered person, especially interacting with day-to-day people and just seeing even the level that these lower heroes that we don't deal with in the big Marvel scheme can kind of fight at and just make it cool. That's what I enjoyed about Daredevil. And the Netflix stuff was he was a little higher level, but it was still relative. Like, oh, he'll whoop your ass, but he's not flying around or doing too much. But
Yeah, he can get his ass whooped.
yeah. But this trailer, man, this is cool, and I laughed at the opening. And can we go back to that? Ice cream man was making fun of her at the very beginning. And the Kingpin found out. I'm like, look, man. Now it is wrong to make fun of a deaf girl, but
It is.
he quite deserved that. He was, I mean, it was wrong, but I'm like, all right, you ain't gotta kill the guy for that. This dude never wrong again.
I don't condone the violence, man. You know me, I'm a pacifist at heart. And when I saw that, I was like, oh man, this is not for kids.
Man, no, it's not. But you can play back to that. But man, that was too funny right here at the beginning. He just wants some ice cream.
That's New York. New York holds no
Yeah,
punches.
get out of here, little girl. Of course, Kingpin sitting right there, bro. Oh, that's too funny.
And I think the reason that he's so emotional in this scene is probably because when he killed her father, the last thing her father asked her to do was asked him to do was take care of the daughter. Because he's like, oh, you're gonna kill me? Well, you're gonna take care of my daughter.
Yeah, but I just want to show that. That's too funny. But yeah, no, there's a lot of scenes, and let's get into it. So I know you know actors well better than I do. The actress playing Echo here. You know anything about her, or is it one of your first times seeing her after the
I don't know her that well. I've never even thought to look her up. I think she's on the show on Peacock. I was looking at.
Yeah, I have her name in the next.
That's her in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that is she, like I said, she got cooler as the time went on. But of course, we have Vincent. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to butcher that name. Vincent D'Onofrio. Yes, Vincent.
It's not that hard.
Did you say it?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's not his name.
Okay. But anyway, I was talking about the one from Echo, so you got to go another.
Well, I just want to talk. Let me go in order, sir. God damn. You know, you got because even if
let me talk about the girl from Echo that we don't know. You bring up Vincent D'Onofrio, who we all know. But thank you for leaving that there.
I'm just even if he's only in like one scene of each episode, he is the star. We can agree that he is the star.
No, I think he makes for a great Kingpin. I mean, I've liked him since the Netflix series. I mean, he's threatening. I mean, obviously, if you're that ice cream man, you certainly don't want to see that guy coming. But I mean, dude, look like he's 6'8", 400 pounds. Like, he'll whoop your ass. Like,
it's crazy. I think he's only like 6 foot even.
Yeah, he's probably not that big, but you know how they do in shows. They make it well. Yeah. What's her name? Aleka Cox. Yeah. I haven't seen her in really anything other, and I haven't looked around, but I haven't seen her in really anything other than the Hawkeye series. But I mean, she has that vibe of a badass character, like somebody you don't want to run into, you know, and be like, oh shit, like I'm in trouble.
what's funny is that not funny, but she's actually her debut was Hawkeye. That was her acting debut.
Okay. And is
And
she at you may not know, is she at all Native American in any kind of
no,
way?
she is Native American.
Okay, yeah.
That's actually a big reason why they chose her. They wanted to choose an actual Native American. Like she was born. Let me see where she was actually born at. I'm pretty sure she was born. Yeah, she was born in Wisconsin at a reservation, at one of the bigger reservations. So yeah.
No, that's mad cool. So obviously like I haven't seen her before, but I'm thinking like if she can carry the vibe, because I thought she was really good in the Hawkeye series. I thought she was excellent in that role and had that kind of threat and menace to go around her. And if she can keep that going, man, I'm sure we're gonna see her in a lot more and more. And obviously this, like I said, this character checks all the boxes of a minority. So this is, if she continues to do a great job and this series has success, this is somebody Marvel is gonna really push. You know,
Yeah.
because they have been on their wave. I mean, some people call it MCU, but we get
MCU. Yep,
yeah,
there
we
it
get
is. They're
the
gonna keep saying
introduction of
that
more
dumb shit.
characters, but it definitely is marketable if you can push her in the right way. So most
Yeah.
definitely look forward to see her. But I'm excited. Just initially off the reaction of this trailer. Marvel has struggled with shows. We know that. And there's your boy right there, Daredevil.
Yep.
Um,
They made sure to show him for only
yeah,
like 2 seconds in that trailer, which I like that too.
with a different suit. He looks like he got his old suit back, or at least the different
It looks
colors.
darker. It looks like it's actually much darker. So he might have the black suit on. I can't tell.
Yeah,
Might be a black one.
that was the only shot I could find. But yeah. So
Only shot
yeah.
there is.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, so obviously I'm excited for this. I know Marvel can jack up some shows and they've done it well, but I'm excited. It looks cool. I just hope they keep it low key, keep it more of the action hero vibe and story. I really enjoyed the Hawkeye series. I almost forgot how much I did like that. I thought it was good, a very solid show. And obviously Daredevil when he appeared in She-Hulk, that was a great episode as well, the best of
Yeah.
that season.
One of the
So
only good ones.
yeah, I'm looking for the reintroduction of these characters. It's more grittier vibe that Netflix was giving off and punched up a little bit because some of the Netflix stuff big and stupid and it probably ran a little too long. But I think they've done well here because they've struggled. I think Marvel itself has struggled at total to the point where we talked about it before. That's about bringing the Avengers back.
Like I said before, I haven't really heard someone from Marvel saying this.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of creators on TikTok saying that shit, but I don't take into account any, and I hate to say it, but I don't take into account really any guys saying anything about Marvel's in, because there's been like a big thing on TikTok where it's like Marvel's in shambles, they're in shambles. I'm like, they're not though. Like every single Marvel movie has made tons of money. They've even their toys have made tons of money. The shows make tons of money. Like I haven't liked how some of them were like really She-Hulk is the only show that I really just haven't liked all the way through.
And
But
I liked probably like half of She-Hulk I liked.
and the only reason, really the main reason I didn't like it, and it's probably separate from everybody else's reason, is just because they made a joke of every single character in that whole show except for Daredevil. So I was kind of like, oh, Daredevil and She-Hulk. And She-Hulk was pretty much in character. So I was like, I understand it was a comedy. I wish you would have replaced all the characters you made a joke of with more joking characters that were in the book. Because some of those characters I really would like to see in movies. But now that they're a joke, I'm like, well, the MCU, it shouldn't be called the MCU. They should be complaining about all the jokes and stuff that are unnecessary.
Yeah, comedy you
Yeah, the comedy is like overdone. Like it's like when they have like a list of right here. The only person that made jokes in this movie for the most part was Iron Man, and that goes with his character. Black
yeah,
Widow
but
was an assassin. She's serious. Thor was like he's dumb and he's not really dumb, but he seems dumb. He's not from this world that worked with his character. Captain America is a man out of time. He doesn't even know what a joke is. Like, and Hawkeye was like controlled until the end of the movie, and Hulk is dumb. They all came together and made sense. But when you have a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, which once again I like Guardians of the Galaxy, only one I didn't like was number 2. But like in number 2, everybody was a joke character except for Gamora and Nebula. Everybody was a jokey joke character. So I was like, when you have too many, that's my problem. I don't care about the whole this MCU thing because it's a stupid concept. because there's still more men than anything in Marvel. So it's stupid to even say. People that say that kind of stuff have a problem. And it's usually guys that say that, and I find that weird.
Yeah,
But
if you throw us back to full screen. Yeah, man, it's
what are you
I
talking
think
about,
it's
William?
more. You said what?
What are you talking about? What you say? I didn't hear what you said.
No, I see. Throws back to full
You've
screen.
been on full
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah,
God
man, I think it's
damn.
more of a writer problem
Mhm.
than anything. And like we said, we talked about Ant-Man. I thought Ant-Man had the potential to be a really good movie, and it only really failed in the way that the screen time that they divvied up and just the way they wrote the characters and the storyline, because everything good was there. Even with these Marvel shows, everything that the potential they have has always been there. They just can't seem to find a way to close it. So you gotta do better writing, and that's what. And obviously, people may not know where these characters are going, and I think that's hurting a little bit of when you start to blend this stuff together. It's like, well, in what direction is this going? But that's also too a writer's problem. Then you have a lot
Yeah.
going on. So I don't want the Avengers to be back. Like they had their time. We did that for what 12 years.
Yeah.
Like almost like 15 years where the actors were like, we don't want to do this anymore. We've done this long enough.
Like
We want to bring
none of
new
them want to do it
characters.
anymore. Like they all said, we're tired of doing this same role.
Yeah, and also too, if you even let's say we're talking Kang now, we're in the Kang dynasty, we have this big Amy thing. Even if you were to take that out of it and say we're not going towards Kang, we don't know where we're going. But you continuously put together singular storylines that really work within these movies. If you put together just a good Ant-Man film, a good Doctor Strange film, even if they don't necessarily, you're like, oh, that's the Easter egg from that and that. You can piece it all together later, and you still have good films going down the line. And it's the same thing with these shows. I think they said Captain America, they did a good job. I don't need that connect anything. I can watch that series and be like, damn, this is a really good series.
Right.
And then later on, this is his next Avenger. Like, oh, he's back from what he did before. So again, I don't just write better, man. I don't want the Avengers to come back. I don't want to do that. There's so many actors out there that can't wait to get a chance to work in Marvel.
And
I
I
mean,
think they have I mean, if people actually sat down and think, there are OGs there that are willing to take the mantle of the original Avengers anyway. Like, we're going to get a new Black Panther. It's going to be Winston Duke. He's going to be big as hell in that suit, but they're going to have to make it work.
yeah.
But even without him, got Doctor Strange. Spider-Man's going to be leading with him. Daredevil has contract for movies. He's going to be leading with him. Hulk is going to be there. That's the 4 people. I'm sorry. And Sam Wilson, Captain America. And then Hawkeye is still mobile. He's still around. We got 6 of the older people in there. Ant-Man, that's 7.
Yeah.
And so they're going to keep going. And Scarlett Johansson still, like, after she sued Disney, she still has a chance to come back. Like, they had to give her a chance. Not saying she has to, but then you got Winter Soldier. We have all these people. We just don't have Captain America and Iron Man.
But we don't. The actors you name all great actors. We don't need Captain America, Marvel. Like
that's my point. Now, if they go the comic route and make it so like and slow it down and make some of these characters come back, like, you know, for like a couple scenes or not, I wouldn't care about that at all. But we don't need them as long as they can write a good story. Like this new Captain America movie, if they have Captain America and the Hulk as their 2 characters taking on the leader, and well, they can't, like I said, that's why I didn't like She-Hulk that much, because the Abomination was a joke too. But if they had the leader, Abomination, and someone else, they would have had, you know, people to fight. So now they have the Red Hulk and leader. I don't know. I guess Captain America's gonna be fighting the leader or whatnot, because Red Hulk is gonna obviously be fighting the Hulk and his son. So, you know, if they write it better, then it'll be fine. But I haven't even had that much of a problem. Like I said, the only show I disliked was She-Hulk, and that was only like 3/4 of the episode, mostly towards the end. In the beginning, the first 2, I thought this is pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I was like, but I didn't like it for the reasons people are complaining about. I just liked it because of how they treated a lot of these characters and how they made it a comedy. Miss Marvel was a family show. I don't have a family. I enjoyed it I didn't finish it because I was like, okay, this is obviously a teenager show or a family show. Moon Knight, I liked. It was just slower paced for people. Every other show I like. WandaVision, I thought was very slow paced, and I thought you could have cut out, like, you could have not cut out, but you could have condensed that shit. It was like 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, it was, and I think WandaVision only because if people remember, WandaVision was at the top of the charts for everybody until it ended because COVID got in the way of having that a good ending because Doctor Strange was supposed to come in. It was supposed to directly connect there. But as far as the show goes, it's one of my more favorite shows that Marvel's put
It was
out.
written
And,
well.
yeah.
That was
And
written really well. I just think they
it,
could have crammed it in instead of having 8 episodes. They could have crammed that into probably like 5, and I still
yeah,
would have been satisfied.
yeah, and I don't mind these little 6 off, but this right here, I think, is what's going to help us ground it because it's grittier. And there's some scenes, and I had some photos in here of just like the violence and the level they're gonna go as far as the movie, and that's what we look for. Like, look at like, hands, man. Like they're just showing like the aftermath, and that right there, that's almost like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like if that was in The Grudge, I wouldn't blink an eye because I would expect it in there. But just scenes like that and the presence like that of the violence, it just makes it grittier and opens it up to what we like in good action films. So I am very excited for this. I don't have the big complaints of Marvel. I'm still enjoying it. I don't have the superhero burnout. I guess other people do. It's just I wish they could capitalize on the opportunities they have because it seems like they've left some on the table.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a nerd anyway, so I'm burned out maybe more than the rest of the people because when I was I'm a nerd. So when it first started out, all I had from Marvel was Blade and the original Incredible Hulk. I said an original Fantastic Four. I said, oh, 3 movies. Then you might got Spider-Man and X-Men along the way. We were getting like maybe one of their movies every 3 years, something like that, or every 2.5 years, something like that. I said, oh, I got so much stuff to watch. Same thing with DC. Like you would get a Batman movie all the damn time, super movie all the damn time, but it was like every couple of years. Now with Marvel and DC, you're getting like 3 a year
Yeah,
plus
plus
4 or
shows.
5 shows.
Yeah, well,
I'm not
it's one of
complaining
our
because even
popular it was one of
I'm
our
not
popular
complaining.
videos of superhero burnout that we talked about, and we had done a stream just strictly on that.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, as long as it diversifies, and I think they should slow down. I think they should worry about singular stories and then link this a little later. But now, because Kang is out here, they have to link it to something. Like this is the big thing that's coming. I'm like, you didn't need that so quickly. I love Jonathan Majors. I'm looking forward to seeing him in any capacity because he's one of my favorite actors. But yeah, I
but
don't.
it's
Yeah.
going to be a while though, because remember, even in this Captain America movie, he's only going to show himself a little bit. He's
Yeah.
not going. They're not going to all fight him like
Mhm.
for the last battle until they have probably like 5 or 6 more heroes to fight with. Because I think they said the Kang Dynasty Part 1 is like 2025 or 6.
Yeah,
So
it's a
this,
couple of years.
yeah. So then Part 2 is going to probably there's going to be some heroes that die.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be because the actors want to stop acting or because they just plain old are going to die. Like that not Scott Rudd, Paul Rudd, he gonna be gone.
Yeah. Well, and probably. I mean, of course, that adds to the stakes, and I love when there's stakes. That's when we're probably Ant-Man. There really isn't any stakes, but overall, with this show and in this trailer, I'm excited for it. If I had to be, I'll probably be like a 4.5 out of 5. I'm looking fored. I mean, if I give her a rating
I
of a
give it a 5.
trailer, that's a price of admission. Like when it comes out, I will be watching.
I give it a 5. I give it 100%. Like I'm ready for it. I'm gonna watch it. I didn't think I was gonna like Loki, and Loki's probably actually my least favorite show, mainly
Not for sure.
because I like the direction of Loki from Thor 1 and 2. Now they skipped over a lot of Loki's like menacing period in the books and
Mhm.
went straight to, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do, but I'm not gonna be straight up evil. I like literal Loki, the god of mission. I wish they would have touched on that more. I don't care for Loki in a suit and tie all the time. Like, sir, put a t-shirt on, put a robe on, put some Asgardian clothes on. When I see that shirt and tie, immediately I'm like, yo, is there something else on?
Yeah, he's almost a different character. And I wish they would make him a little more evil in this show. That I think that would help too if he was. They had a chance in the second
Yeah.
episode. I thought they dropped the ball on that of like, no, he is a god of mischief and he kills people. You see him take a guy's eye out for sport. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, with that. But yeah, I'll give you final thoughts on this trailer. Anything you got left before we get out of here?
I think the trailer was perfectly done. I'm really excited because no one can complain about a comic story. No one can because even from the first, it's like a 2-minute trailer. From the first whole minute, you can see her perfect backstory being played through in this trailer. You cannot complain. Then you see Daredevil, like her story is going to be almost to a T, and they're probably going to add some more stuff in it. So I can't complain from a nerd standpoint. the acting acting is always going to be great, and then people don't understand that acting without speaking is very difficult.
Yeah.
And she has a really good job doing that, and everyone around her is just as good of an actor, if not better. And it looks like it's going to be a nice, fun ride. And I can't wait to see how she's incorporated into the movies coming out or into the Daredevil show coming out soon.
Yeah, man. Hey, if Marvel can do one thing, man, they'll pull a badass trailer out of nowhere. Say, hey, we might not be into these movies, but we'll cut up a trailer for you. I'll tell you that. But yeah, man, Scotty, you're the comic book guy. So if anybody's read about Echo or wants to tap in with you, they got questions, they got concerns, where can they find you at?
You can find me. Let me get it up here while I'm talking. Come on now, you just sped it up on me. Don't speed up. Don't speed it up on me like that. Come on now. You can find me on IG, Sky Get Down with 2 N's, 1. On TikTok, Corona Comics. And I will be uploading at least one comic book video a day on the page. Just random books not even random, but DC and Marvel books that I read. And I'll start from issue 1 all the way down. Or sometimes I'll just break down a character and talk about how cool they are. Stuff like that. So if you're a nerd, or if you're not a nerd, you want to be a nerd like me, the coolest person on the planet, just go on the YouTube.
Yeah, most definitely will. And get some theme music going. If you want to find me,
hold on, wait. Now, Darian, where can they find you?
If you want to find me, if you're that interested, man, City Boy Quentin on Twitter. We will live, like we're doing right now, live broadcast our movie stuff over there. So tap in with us. You can enjoy it there. You don't have to come to YouTube, but come to YouTube anyway because you like us that much. I'm going to be Flyknit Johnson on Instagram, Flyknit Johnson on TikTok, but I'm on Minor League Films TikTok pretty much every day. I have a bunch of reviews that come up from the last couple of shows that have come out, live some reviews. So definitely do it there. I'll give you the weekend box office. A bunch of stuff is going on. But let me not be selfish. Let's say you found Scotty. You found me. But you're like, man, look, I don't want to be splitting time between y'all. I want to talk to both of you. Well, you can do that here at Minor League Films. We got our YouTube. You can see down to the, I'm going to screw up. Yeah, there it goes. Down to the bottom left there. YouTube Shorts, TikTok. We're all there. We got an email. minorleaguefilms@gmail.com. So if you want us to review some, you want to talk some movies, man, tap in with us there. Yeah, Scott, got anything else for the people? We get out of here?
Oh no, I'm out. It's Sunday. I got my Halloween onesie on. It's time for a nap.
All right, well, definitely catch us on TikTok, and we'll be back on YouTube soon. Catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Come on now.